Every living being, every industry, every single day in our country depends on a resource we often take for granted. Now, let me ask you, what do you think this resource is? The answer is water. Every day, it flows through our homes, powers our economy, and nourishes our ecosystems. But this very lifeblood, the foundation of our very planet, is under a quiet but imminent threat. For most of us in the city, access to clean and safe water is a given. We turn on the tap and water flows, a seemingly endless supply. But this has led to a dangerous complacency. We've forgotten that water isn't a commodity. It's a finite and precious resource. And the truth is, the very water that sustains us is struggling to safely survive. I, Ivana, from 11 STEM 1, have spent my time researching the state of our nation's water resources. And the facts are clear. The challenges are real, and the time to act is now. Let us rediscover the water resources we have. What threats do they face? And what can we do to become the guardians our water resources desperately need? The Philippines is rich in water, but its resources are finite and are in need of careful management. Our groundwater is a vital yet vulnerable resource. It's the primary source of our drinking water for a significant portion of our population. In fact, according to a study on water governance in the Philippines, groundwater supplies more than 85% of our piped water. These hidden reservoirs exist beneath our feet in major basins like Cagayan, Central Luzon, and Mindanao. Yet this precious resource is being threatened by overuse and pollution. Our surface water, our rivers and lakes sustains our ecosystems and communities. We are blessed with over 100 freshwater lakes, according to a study on the status of our lake resources, including known bodies of water like Laguna de Bay and Taal Lake. And according to data from our National Water Resources Board, we are home to an impressive 421 principal rivers, which are important for irrigation and transportation. Let's not forget our internationally recognized wetlands, like the Agusan Marsh, a designated Ramsar site of global importance. Lastly, our surrounding saltwater. It is a treasure, but not a primary source of freshwater. As an archipelago, our nation is enveloped by seas and oceans full of life. Unfortunately, these marine ecosystems are also at risk from pollution originating from our land, reminding us that what we do on the ground eventually makes its way to the sea. Our water resources are facing severe threats from both natural and human caused factors. While natural factors like climate can impact water availability, us humans are the primary cause of degradation. Low rainfall and high temperatures from changing climates lead to water deficits and increased evaporation, stressing our freshwater systems. But the greater challenge comes from our own actions. Anthropogenic or human caused factors are the leading influencers of water pollution. Scientific studies have shown that when industries release untreated waste, it contaminates our rivers and lakes with toxic chemicals and heavy metals, harming marine life and turning the water unsafe. Our own actions have become the biggest threat. Farm waste and pesticides poisons our river and lakes. This creates a destructive chain reaction, which can kill fish and other aquatic life. Meanwhile, the dumping of trash and oil spills create lasting damage, and according to a review in environmental research, a warming climate makes our water hotter, threatening to wipe out our native species. The effects of water insecurity are devastating. One of the impacts is waterborne diseases. From acute bloody diarrhea, our country had 18,082 cases and 3,938 deaths in 2021, while typhoid had 7,681 cases in 2022. The crisis also impacts our food supply. Water insecurity can lead to lower food production. When there isn't enough water to irrigate crops, there's less food to eat. Finally, water scarcity can increase conflicts. The Manupali watersheds provides a clear example where the limited resource has caused conflict among those who depend on it. Small farmers, the local government, a national power corporation, and irrigation groups all compete for the same supply, creating conflicting demands. These examples, gathered from various Philippine and international organizations, show the undeniable results of our relationship with our water resources. We can take simple, everyday actions to conserve and protect our water resources. Start committing to a mindset of reducing your water consumption. In the bathroom, avoid long showers, turn off faucets while brushing our teeth, and check for leaks, saving thousands of liters a year. In the kitchen and laundry room, we can run full loads and use a basin to wash fruits and vegetables, so the water can be reused later. Outdoors, we can sweep sidewalks instead of hosing them down, and wash cars with a bucket and sponge, not an open hose. Go a step further. Reuse and recycle water. That leftover water from washing vegetables can water your plants. We must protect our water resources by preventing contamination, properly dispose of hazardous waste like paint, motor oil, and cleaning chemicals instead of dumping it on the ground where it can seep into our groundwater. Now that we've explored our nation's water resources, understood the very threats they face, and identified the role each of us play in their conservation, I hope you now have a clearer picture of the importance of our groundwater, rivers, and lakes, the various ways they are threatened by pollution, and the many ways we can reduce our consumption and protect these vital resources. The future of a reliable and clean water supply for our country isn't a distant problem. It is our responsibility, and it starts with a single step, right here, right now, in our homes and communities. Let us be the guardians our water resources desperately need. Benjamin Franklin once cautioned, "When the well is dry, we know the worth of water." Future generations will ask what we did when the warning signs were clear. Let's make sure the answer won't just be the deafening silence of a dry well, but a legacy that nourishes and cares for an environment that allows life to thrive.